That innocent slice of cheese you just gave your dog, or that piece of avocado toast that fell on the floor, you assumed it was safe, harmless even. But right now, somewhere in your kitchen, there are foods that millions of dog owners feed their pets every single day. Foods that seem completely innocent, that could slowly be destroying your dog's organs from the inside. And the terrifying part? The symptoms often don't show up until days later, when the damage has already been done. Today, we're exposing 6 everyday human foods that veterinarians desperately want you to stop giving your dog. Some of these will shock you, because they're probably sitting in your kitchen right now. Let's start with something that looks completely innocent: grapes and raisins. Picture this. You're enjoying a healthy snack, some grapes, and a few roll off the table. Your dog happily gobbles them up before you can react. You think nothing of it. It's just fruit, right? Wrong. Dead wrong. According to research from the ASPCA Animal Poison Control Center, grapes and raisins can cause acute kidney injury in dogs. The truly terrifying part? Scientists have recently identified tartaric acid as a likely culprit, and the concentration varies wildly between grapes, meaning there's no way to predict which grape will be the one that poisons your dog. A study evaluating 43 dogs who developed kidney failure after eating grapes found that symptoms begin innocently enough. Vomiting within hours, followed by lethargy and loss of appetite, but within 24 to 48 hours, the kidneys start to fail. Once a dog stops producing urine, the prognosis becomes grave. And it doesn't matter if they're organic, homegrown, seeded, or seedless, red or green, fresh grapes or dried raisins in your trail mix. They all carry the same deadly potential. One dog named Leah, according to an ASPCA case report, ate just 10 grapes and developed acute kidney failure. Just 10. If your dog ever eats grapes or raisins, don't wait for symptoms. Call your veterinarian immediately. Every minute counts. Now, let's talk about something even more insidious. Something that's hiding in foods you'd never suspect. Xylitol. You've probably seen this ingredient listed on sugar-free gum, candies, peanut butter, and even some vitamins. For humans, it's a harmless sugar substitute. For dogs, it's one of the most rapidly acting toxins in your home. According to the FDA, when dogs eat xylitol, it causes a massive, rapid release of insulin, up to 7 times the normal amount. This triggers a dangerous drop in blood sugar that can occur within just 10 to 60 minutes after ingestion. The Merck Veterinary Manual reports that dogs can develop hypoglycemia from doses as low as 100 milligrams per kilogram of body weight. Higher doses, above 500 milligrams per kilogram, can cause severe liver failure within 12 to 48 hours. Symptoms include vomiting, weakness, stumbling, seizures, and in severe cases, liver failure and death. And here's what makes xylitol especially dangerous. There is no antidote. One case study documented a dog who survived ingesting a massive dose of xylitol, 45 grams per kilogram, but only through aggressive emergency treatment, including IV fluids, liver protectant, and plasma transfusions. Always check ingredient labels. Okay, and never assume that sugar-free means safe for your dog. The next danger on our list might be the most surprising of all, because many dog owners actually add these to their pet's food on purpose. Onions and garlic. Maybe you've heard that garlic is good for dogs, that it repels fleas or boosts immunity. This myth has been circulating for decades, and it's dangerous. According to the Merck Veterinary Manual, all members of the Allium family, including onions, garlic, chives, and leeks, contain sulfur compounds that destroy red blood cells in dogs. This leads to a condition called Heinz body hemolytic anemia. And here's the terrifying part. Garlic is actually 3 to 5 times more potent than onions. Research published in veterinary toxicology journals shows that dogs who consumed 15 to 30 grams of raw onion per kilogram of body weight developed clinical signs of poisoning. But unlike other toxins that act quickly, this one is sneaky. Symptoms often don't appear for several days. Your dog might seem fine at first, but internally, their red blood cells are being destroyed. When anemia finally sets in, you'll notice weakness, pale gums, rapid breathing, and collapse. And it doesn't matter how the onion or garlic is prepared. Raw, cooked, dehydrated, powdered, the toxic compounds remain active. That leftover pasta with garlic sauce, that soup made with onion powder, all dangerous. Now, let's address the trendy superfood that's everywhere these days: avocado. Avocados contain a substance called persin, a natural fungicidal toxin found primarily in the leaves, skin, and pit. While dogs are more resistant to persin than some other animals, that doesn't mean avocado is safe. The Merck Veterinary Manual documents that purified persin causes myocardial necrosis or heart tissue death at doses above 100 milligrams per kilogram. There have been confirmed cases of dogs developing myocardial damage after eating large amounts of avocado. But persin isn't the only danger. Avocados are extremely high in fat, which can trigger pancreatitis, a painful and potentially life-threatening inflammation of the pancreas. And then there's the pit. That large, slippery seed is the perfect size to lodge in your dog's esophagus, stomach, or intestines, causing a life-threatening obstruction that requires emergency surgery. While a small bite of plain avocado flesh might not harm most dogs, the risks simply outweigh any potential benefits. This is one superfood your dog doesn't need. Speaking of trendy foods, let's talk about a nut that's becoming increasingly popular in cookies, chocolates, and baked goods: the macadamia nut. Dogs are the only known species affected by macadamia nut toxicity, and scientists still don't know exactly why these particular nuts are so harmful to our canine companions. Research from the ASPCA Animal Poison Control Center shows that dogs can develop symptoms after ingesting as little as 2.4 grams per kilogram of body weight. Within 12 hours, affected dogs develop weakness, particularly in their hind legs. They may be unable to stand or walk properly. Other symptoms include vomiting, tremors, elevated body temperature, and depression. Some dogs experience abdominal pain and joint stiffness. The good news? Most dogs recover within 24 to 48 hours with supportive care. But here's where it gets dangerous. Macadamia nuts are often combined with chocolate in cookies and candies. And chocolate toxicity combined with macadamia nut poisoning can create a much more serious, potentially fatal situation. Plus, the high fat content in these nuts can trigger pancreatitis, especially in dogs who are overweight or have a history of digestive problems. And finally, we need to talk about something nearly every dog owner does without thinking twice: giving their dog cheese and dairy products. Cheese is a beloved training treat. Milk seems like a natural, wholesome reward. But here's the truth most people don't realize. The majority of adult dogs are lactose intolerant. When puppies are nursing, they produce an enzyme called lactase that breaks down the lactose in their mother's milk. But as dogs mature and are weaned, their bodies stop producing this enzyme. This typically happens around 4 weeks of age. Without lactase, lactose passes through the digestive system undigested. When it reaches the colon, it ferments, causing bloating, gas, stomach pain, diarrhea, and vomiting. Symptoms can appear within 30 minutes to 12 hours after consumption. But here's what makes this especially harmful. Many dog owners don't connect the symptoms to dairy. They assume their dog has a sensitive stomach or ate something else, so they keep giving cheese as treats. Causing chronic digestive distress that can lead to dehydration, weight loss, and malnutrition over time. And the fat content in cheese and dairy can trigger pancreatitis, just like avocados and macadamia nuts. For dogs prone to this condition, even a small amount of cheese could send them to the emergency vet. 6 everyday foods. 6 hidden dangers that could be slowly harming your dog without you ever knowing. The kitchen is full of temptations for our dogs, and they trust us completely to protect them from harm. But they can't read ingredient labels. They don't know that the grape that rolled under the table could destroy their kidneys. They don't understand that the peanut butter in their Kong might contain xylitol. That's our job: to be vigilant, to check labels, to keep dangerous foods out of reach, and to know exactly what to do if our dogs ever eat something they shouldn't. Save the ASPCA Animal Poison Control number in your phone right now: 888-426-4435. Because in an emergency, every second counts. But here's the good news. There are actually human foods that can be incredibly beneficial for your dog. Foods that veterinarians rarely mention. Foods that might even be better than commercial dog food. In our next video, we're revealing 12 human foods better than kibble for your dog that veterinarians don't tell you about. These are science-backed superfoods that can boost your dog's health, energy, and longevity. Subscribe now and hit that notification bell so you don't miss it. Your dog's health depends on the choices you make today.